Hello, friends. Okay, I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet. I want to focus on the fasting around your cycle. As a woman, this is life-changing just to get the basics down. And I will tell you that fasting for me has probably been like one of the most life-changing things I have so far encountered in my life. Um, it's not just like woo-woo stuff or like a fad. It's like look at the emerging studies and science around it. It is incredible. There are more and more like peer-reviewed, really credible studies that prove that fasting literally reverses aging. It literally reverses disease, all the diseases, infertility, all the things. No kidding. Start like dig in, and this is so worth your investment of time. This book, Fast Like a Girl by Dr. Mindy Pelz. She is brilliant. She made this like it's intermixed with testimonies that will literally like blow your mind. One in the very beginning by the singer Leanne Rimes. Um, like these the stories that are intermixed along with the information, she makes it like pretty easy to understand, and she gives you like a reset guide and all the good stuff. It's just so good. Really, please just you can listen to this on Audible. I listened to it on Audible, but I found it was kind of hard to follow for me, because when I listen on Audible, I multitask, and this is a book that I needed to like fully give my attention to. So I ordered a used copy on Amazon. It was only like $8 or $9, and it's like basically brand new. Super nice hard copy. And so I can take notes in it and underline, and I've got lots of things that I want to really make sure that I understand and remember. So that's what this is about. So you want to like learn how important your cycle is. Like I've never tracked my period up until probably like 6 months ago I started. And I'm 47, so just because of my age, I had a hormone expert tell me this. Because of my age, I am in the perimenopause phase, even though I do not have really any symptoms of it other than my periods are getting like a lot lighter. They're still very consistent, and that is just evidence that my hormones are extremely healthy. They were starting to go kind of funky when I was going through some real big stress and had like high cortisol and stuff. But since I've been like nurturing and learning how to do this, this can reset that cortisol and fix that for you. It is amazing what fasting can do. So I just want to share like super the basics, like really, and I actually had chat help me make some graphics, and I hope that makes it really easy to understand. So let me actually share those, and I will um, just so hopefully this makes it easier for you to understand. So here, your cycle, your rhythm, you want to fast and seek with your hormones. Your hormones, like have you ever had times when you have fasted and it just feels like effortless and you feel like, oh my gosh, this feels good. Like I feel like I could keep going. And then you have times when you try to fast and you like can't even make it 2 or 3 hours, and your body's like screaming for carbs, and like you just have zero energy and you feel like all in the dumps. That is because of your hormones. And so you can actually fast in a way throughout the month that you are fully supporting the different hormones that like come and manifest themselves throughout your cycle. And for those of you that are no longer like bleeding, have a period, you have a little more freedom, but you still want to vary your fasts and kind of follow the same rhythm as this, because that's when you will benefit the most. So, just to make it really simple, it's broken up into 3 phases, and She calls the three phases the power phase, the manifestation phase, and the nurture phase. I think it's even easier. Like you'll notice the power phase is when the fast phase. The next phase is the feast phase, basically. It's easy to remember fast phase, feast phase, and then nourish phase. To me, those are easier. And they just explain like how you want to support your body during those days. So the power phase, that starts the day you start your period. That kicks you into the power phase. And that is the time when you want to do your longest fasts. That's when you may want to, like, as you train your body more and more to fast, and as you, it happens, it's like an exercise, and you work that muscle and you get more and more comfortable with it, and your body wants to do it more and more, then this is when you want to try even like the 48-hour fast, the 72-hour fasts, or whatever. That's when you want to do that, is the closest to the beginning of your period as possible. So that's easy to remember. Like this, the minute you start bleeding, that's your power phase. And that's when you will feel good fasting. It's when you want to push yourself. So that's focus on that. You've got a 10-day period right there from when you first start your period, even to when you're done bleeding, like that first 10 days after you start, that's your power phase. So that's when you want to be even doing like just 1 or 2 cans of sardines a day in the shortest eating window possible. So you want to like really push your body to fast as much as possible. And this is when you really want to give your body the most like protein and healthy fats and put it into a state of ketosis. This is when you're going to get the most autophagy benefits, which I mentioned before. If you're paying attention, that means like when your body's doing the self-eating and it's eating all the unhealthy cells and all the disease cells in your body, and it's resetting itself. It's literally resetting your mitochondria. It's literally anti-aging. It's literally healing. So those first 10 days, the second you start your period, those are when you want to be like, it's go time, okay? Then there's a 5-day period when the estrogen peaks, and this is when you're preparing to ovulate. And so that is when you want to like pull back and really ease up on the fasting, and you want to kind of nurture yourself a little bit more, like feed your body foods that, and see, like this one's a hard one for me because I'm kind of like anti-vegetables, not because I don't like them by any means, but just because like I've done enough research that I don't like the phytotoxins and all of that stuff. And I'm a red meat girl and a sardines girl. But anyways, so there's certain things you can eat that will support your hormones during that period, and we'll go over that just a little bit more. And then after that 5 days, you go, the rest of the month is your nurture phase. Now, you don't technically have to really start focusing on nurturing until the 7 days before your period. So you can actually go back into longer fasts and do another little spurt right at the beginning right there. But the point with this phase is to support progesterone and really nourishing your body. You want to give yourself some more healthy carbs during this time. And that is important, but there is a little window where you can push yourself again right at the beginning of that nurture phase, okay? So we're going to break this down into, I'll give you these graphics and you can save these and refer to them if you want, but I think it's easy to remember. Just like once you start your period, you've got 10 days to go all in, to fast big, to fast long, to do sardines only, and do it like in the smallest eating window as possible. And maybe your body will get like-minded where it only wants 1 can a day typically. So that's when you're really, really want to go all in. All right. Your estrogen is low at this phase and it's starting to build. This is when you'll feel really good fasting, and you want to do like as much keto as possible. the longer fasts as possible. Um, and there's some examples here. Like if you're just new to fasting, you can start like working your way up. Look at these examples. Start with a 16-8 window, which is a 16-hour fast, 8-hour feasting window. Then bump yourself up, challenge yourself the next time to do 18 hours fasting, the next time 20 hours fasting, and then shoot for a 24 and longer hour fasts. You'll surprise yourself as you improve, I promise. Let's see, we're really trying to like focus on lowering insulin at this point, reducing inflammation. You want to make sure you're getting electrolytes every day and that you're staying really hydrated and that you're making sure you're getting optimal rest. Those are very important in that power phase in order to get the most healing benefits from it. Okay. Then phase 2. So the 5 days after your power phase, then that's when we're preparing to ovulate. And so we're sorry, not nurturing, but this is where you want to kind of like slow down the fasting and feast a little more to support the hormones. So you can still do like if your body is if it likes to fast and if you're used to it, you can still do like just a 16-8 window. So like 16 fast, 8 for feasting, or even 1 meal a day. If your body feels good on that during this phase, then go for it. But maybe give yourself like some of the foods that it recommends are like cruciferous vegetables, avocados, like broccoli sprouts and stuff like that will feed the hormones that you're wanting to focus on during this phase. Make sure not to use this as a cheat phase to overeat. Like just only eat till you feel satisfied and really honor those hormones, okay? Your body is more prone to stress during that phase, by the way, so try to do some self-care during that phase. Okay, then after that 5 days is over, so we're halfway through, like from the day you started your period, 15 days later, that's when the nurture phase starts. But like I said, it really doesn't start till a week before your period. So you do have like what is it, 5 days there, almost basically 4 or 5 days there that you can push again. So, you do want to, this is when you want to really, the progesterone is rising. You want to nourish your body, and give yourself some healthier carbs. Like this is a good time for like sweet potatoes and squash and things like that. So anyways, I hope that's helpful. Just remember, you've got the power phase that lasts 10 days from the time you start to bleed. The manifestation phase is just a 5-day period when you're pulling back, putting on the brakes. And then the rest of the month, you're nurturing, but you do have like, really it's only the week before your period starts that you want to take it really easy on the fasting and give yourself more carbs. There is that little time frame right there that you can push yourself again. So then it all starts over again when you start your period again. So let me know if you have any questions, and I hope that's helpful. And you guys are awesome. You're doing great. Talk to you soon.